Hello everybody, this is Kyle from ParkerGamer193, and we are in the final part for Metroid on the NES. I'm actually redoing this recording because my first one apparently decided to take my laptop's crappy onboard microphone as opposed to my Logitech USB headset. No idea why. Anyways, we're basically going to just be traveling. We've collected everything, all 255 missiles. We have all the energy tanks. We've collected 8 of them, even though we only carry actually 6. And yeah, really does suck when audio recordings just don't work out the way you want them to. So yeah, we're nearing the end, people. And then I will never have to return to this game ever again, because there's absolutely no reason to, because Zero Mission came out. For the Game Boy Advance. I recommend playing that game over this one. If you want to see Samus's first adventure. So yeah, we have everything. There's nothing more to do except for beat Mother Brain, the head honcho of the Space Pirates, who actually don't appear in this game, oddly enough. Don't know why. I think they appear in the manual to the game, but they don't appear at anywhere else. Like, there's some illustrations of them, I think. Alright. And I probably was looking at the map right there, by the way. And sorry for sniffling or if I coughed during this recording. I'm just getting over a cold right now. I think I still have a ways to go. But luckily I was well enough today to actually be able to work on this so that it could be uploaded today. So yeah. And that'll be another Let's Play that is finished. Honestly, this game's just... it's a victim of the NES, I guess, in one could say. BS enemy placement, wonky hit detection, just very rough around the edges overall, especially when you're looking at it from today's kind of scope. And I'm gonna stand by what I said. I don't remember which part I said it in, but I know I did, and I don't know why I'm doing this. I really don't. And I feel like I just froze that enemy just to be a dick, other than the fact that it probably would just ran right through me if I went through the door. But anyways, basically what you want to do is hit both of the statues, and bridge will form. It is possible to do it with only one statue, I think. But, yeah, I don't remember how to exactly. Anyways, what was I saying before? Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Okay, now we're in, Turian, that's right. This is the last area of the game, and it has Metroids at long last. They give about 30 units of energy worth of refills and 30 units of ammo as well, so it is somewhat beneficial to kill them, especially when you get to the final boss. Who isn't particularly difficult, it's just that there's a lot of shit thrown at you, and you'll see what I mean once we get to the next room. At least half of this shit that gets thrown at you. Thankfully, you don't have to deal with Metroids in the boss's room, but still, they're pretty annoying. And those doors take a lot of... they take a lot of shots. There's only one other door like that, and that was in Ridley's there, which was right after the boss room. And I don't really know why they made the purpose of throwing so many, I don't get the purpose of having that kind of door right at the end of the game. It doesn't really make that much sense to me. So yeah, basically to defeat the Metroids, you had to freeze them, then pump them with missiles. Pump them with missiles about 5 times, and then they die. Now I'm still trying to remember what the hell was I trying to say earlier. Before I decided to go off on a tangent. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about the game. Honestly, I'm gonna stand by what I said with what I said in some other part. That's the Metroid series. In all honesty, when you look back on it, the only really great game that it had was Super Metroid. The other two aged horribly, honestly. Metroid 2: Return of Samus and this game both aged badly, whereas Super Metroid, I could still play that and have a lot of fun. It's very rough around the edges, and I just think that the reason why people give the Metroid series such its pedigree is because A, nostalgia, fanboys, and B, Super Metroid, which is a good reason, I guess, but you have to keep in mind that not all the Metroid games were great. Which is why I don't get why people make such a big fucking deal about Metroid Other M when there have been bad game, well, not when there have been mediocre Metroid games in the past. And I'm not saying this because I have a lack of skill in this game. I can beat it just fine. I beat it under 1 hour without using a cheat code, by the way. I've managed to do a 100% run, which you've all seen on footage. I'm just saying it because, honestly, this is a game that I feel very lukewarm about. In all honesty, maybe if I was born in this area, I'd feel a lot different about it. But even then, I doubt it. When there's been better games in the series. And to actually get Metroids off you, if they do latch onto you, you can do what I just did there and just spam Morph Ball bombs. But the thing about it is that you only have like a second or so before they latch back onto you, so you have to be very quick about it. You have to make sure to freeze them before they do that. It's a lot easier to shake off Metroids in later games. Okay, and right there I am setting a restore point. Because I actually died to this boss once, and you can immediately see why. There's Slowdown, Rinkas, which are those Cheerio-looking enemies, and turrets, all of which are going to try and impede your progress. And they kind of succeed at that job, because they make this area a bitch to go through. And I do mean that in every way possible. Okay, good, it's still recording. It's annoying. These things are only going to kill you simply because of how many there are. And so I just find this boss to be a little bit of bullshit, honestly. And the only way to stop them, Rinkas, from spawning is to be able to freeze all 3 of them, and they don't stay frozen forever. So make your shots count. And if you accidentally fire the beam twice, it's dead, and it's probably going to respawn about a second later right on top of you. Because they spawn in certain parts of the room, but you can sometimes be right next to them by accident. I think it's where those little blocks are, like the square blocks that you see across the room. That's where they all spawn out of, so you might be standing right on top of one, and it may just decide, okay, I'm going to spawn right there, and hit you. It's bullshit. It doesn't help that the only remotely safe platform is pretty much this one, but that has the new issue of the turrets that just fire. There really isn't any position that you can take that you won't get hit at. And adding to the frustration that these Rinkas have a lot of knockback too, so they might knock you off the platform entirely when you're trying to blow up the Zebutais, which were the little door-like things that I was trying to attack with missiles earlier. They also restore if you don't fire enough missiles at them and don't destroy them in enough time. And they do it actually pretty freaking quick in this game, now that I think about it. And but if you get rid of them completely, and what the hell am I doing? If you get rid of them completely, you will. Okay, I think I'm trying to just ram against it and then fire missiles, but that's not working. Okay, and now I can't jump out of here. Lovely. Okay, and there we go. I just hate the amount of knockback these things do, and fuck. I just do not like this boss, I do not like this boss, I do not like this boss, and it is just BS all the way. Now don't worry, I don't actually die in this part. I only died once, and that's edited out. This is my successful attempt, but I get pretty damn close to dying, which is pretty much characteristic of this playthrough. Because I've had several points here where I've almost bit the dust, but I somehow managed to pull through in the last minute. With only a few points of energy tank, where the next hit will likely kill me. Ah, seriously? 2 of them at once. 2 of them at once. Alright, so... okay, we should be almost done. As soon as those things go off screen, another one will respawn somewhere else in the room. And it's completely random, I think. I don't know for sure, though. If there isn't a specific order, I never found out. Sorry. Alright, that's it. The screen nuke signifies that Mother Brain is down. So, yeah, in a last-ditch point of desperation, Mother Brain sets a time bomb, giving us ample enough time to get out. Don't know why she didn't decide to just make it just blow up, but that's kind of the logic of bosses, and damn it. Fell down. It shouldn't. If you manage to get to this point in the game, you shouldn't die here. You have more than enough time to get up here. But the only issue is really that these platforms are so freaking narrow that it can, and you can also easily slip off, that it gets a little bit annoying. Now I'm kind of doing this a little bit difficult way, but it's the one I prefer. Alright, so yeah. I also like the ending credits music, by the way, once we get to it. Oh yeah, also in Zero Mission, those platforms are actually just crumbling blocks that will crumble a second after you land on them. So yeah, it makes it slightly more difficult, but also at the same time not, because you can just infinite wall jump as well, so woohoo. Great, you fulfilled your mission. It will revive peace in space, but it may be invaded by the other Metroid. Pray for a true peace in space. The other Metroid, other him. This game predicted it. My gosh. And there we go. Samus. Wait, Metroid is a girl? Yeah. So yes, this is the ending scene that would prove finally that Samus was indeed a woman. Granted, the other ending basically shows Samus taking off her armor, but at the same time, that could also be misconstrued as simply that it was a guy with long hair, because that was characteristic at the time. People did have long hair back in the 80s, and even now, to be honest. But that one in particular basically made it a solid fact that Samus was a woman. Now, if you can beat the game in either 1 hour, or if you beat it with Zero Suit Samus, which is basically Samus' Justin Bailey outfit, which was the leotard that you just saw before, then you could be able to, then you will get a different ending, which is the best ending, which is Samus in a bikini. Yeah. I will say that while those type of endings are kind of shallow, in all honesty, it was something that was of the time, and in all honesty, Samus is the one that started the whole trend with female heroines, so yeah. And in any case, even if you want to use an argument such as this is sexist in the 1980s, or yada yada yada, and it's sexist today, Samus was the first female heroine. As in, there was room for improvement. So, yeah. That particular jab is in direction towards Anita, for Anita Sarkeesian, for those of you curious. Samus was the first female heroine, but at the same time, the first attempt isn't always the best attempt. There's always room for improvement, and the series improves as it goes on, in more ways than one. Honestly, this game is just... oddly enough, I like the music, even though it's like a 30-second... Even though a lot of the tracks are I'm pretty sure are on 30-second loops, if that. But overall, I do like the music, except for one area, which is Ridley's Lair. That music just annoys me for whatever reason. But all the other tunes I can be able to at least hum to, and they're just catchy enough that I don't really care that they're looping constantly. And this game honestly suffers from the NES limitations. I feel more so than other games. How should I put this? Well, you can just watch the whole playthrough and see what I mean, but I'm just going to make concise points. There's dickish enemy placement, there's very samey level design, there is... Just overall, the game is very rough around the edges nowadays when I go back to it, and there's no reason to go back to it, really. There's Metroid Zero Mission, which I would have played if Nintendo could have just been kind and put Zero Mission on the eShop for Americans. Yeah, thanks for that, Nintendo. Oh well, at least Metroid Fusion will be easy to record. Still would like Zero Mission, though. Anyways, the next game that we're going to be playing for the Metroid series is going to be Metroid Prime. Me and Zamir are going to be heading that commentary, and I'm going to be playing it. It's going to be a 100% logbook entries and 100% items. I apologize for not continuing the old Metroid Prime no commentary walkthrough a long-ass time ago, but on all honesty, the more I look at it, the less I like it, so I'll be happy to finally delete those videos and replace them with something that's far superior. On top of that, this has been my 100% playthrough of Metroid, so I won't have to return to this game for any reason, really. Unless there's a truly asinine one that comes down the road. But yeah. What else can I say about the overall game? It is kind of odd returning back to it and seeing some of the enemy designs. Well, I'm talking about more in regards to the bosses, like Ridley and Kraid. Those two, ugh, they must have been on their bad day. And another interesting thing about Zero Mission is that Kraid is back to his normal size in that he was in Super Metroid. So I guess it was kind of a limitation. Yeah, I don't know. Feel like I'm retreading upon an old area. Um, anything else to talk about this game in particular? Uh, nope, not really. And I'm gonna beat this point to a dead. I'm gonna beat this point into all your heads as much as I can. There's no reason to play this game. Don't. Believe me, it's not exactly worth it anymore. Go play Zero Mission if you want to see Samus' first adventure. It's the best version. So I'll see you guys next time. This is Kyle Parker Gamer 193 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time with Metroid Prime. So look forward to that, everybody.